Hello there, my name is Tanya and welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by today and spending some time here with me. This reading today is for guidance on any issue that is concerning you at this time in your life. My intent is to help clarify your understanding and options about dealing with or solving a current problem or confusing matter. Depending on your belief system, astrologically, your destiny can be read in the stars. So today's message is about what you need to know right now to change and to grow into a better version of yourself. As you can see, there are 4 different stars numbered 1 through 4 laid out before you. Choose one or more to watch, it's up to you. There is no right or wrong way to pick, but if you're having difficulty choosing, I suggest you pause this video, close your eyes for a moment, and breathe. Meditate if you like for just a moment, and when you're ready, open your eyes and see which star or stars draws your attention first. Below in the description box, you will find timestamps for each reading. Enjoy, and if you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are turned on. Thanks again, and see you at your reading. Hello there, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. You picked the 5-pointed star. Here we have a deck, an astrology deck that's split into the planets, the houses, and the signs. I'm going to flip over a planet card to get a basic idea of what's going on. The house cards will tell me where in your life it's affecting you, and the zodiac sign cards are about how you feel about it. All right, group number 1, let's pick a card and find out the basic subject of what you need to know right now. Spirit, tell me what group number 1 needs to know, a subject. All right, group number 1, you have the moon. Okay, the moon is your unconscious, sensitive, inner emotions and responses. Okay, so we are talking about something that you may or may not be aware of that is going on inside. I feel like maybe you're responding to things that you aren't familiar, like it's like doesn't feel like you, or you are reacting or having thoughts that are not part of your regular conscious ego self. And I think some of those things are a little bit troublesome to you, a little bit confusing. They're deep inner emotions and feelings that you're not sure how to work through, and maybe they are coming out in different ways that you don't understand why you're acting this way, or you don't understand why you're behaving, or like I said, responding or reacting. And you need some further clarity or further insight to help yourself kind of sort through and figure out, first of all, how you feel about a particular subject, and trying to bring in these unconscious desires or behaviors or something along those lines into your conscious, more ego self, so that you can get the things that you need, either from other people, from relationships, from a job, from a circumstance. But let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me more about group 1 and their inner emotions and their unconscious. What's going on in the unconscious for group number 1? We have under strategy Red Fox, under Red Fox strategy, and Meerkat responsibility. Okay. So there's something you feel responsible for, and it's affecting you on a subconscious level. Now, the moon can also represent kind of an illusion, so there may be something that you feel that you're responsible for, but maybe not necessarily are. You are trying to find a strategy on how to deal with these kind of strange or crazy emotions or reactions or acting out type of thing. I think you realize that something needs to be worked on. You don't necessarily have a direction yet. And there's a responsibility, you feel a responsibility to get this under control. I also feel like you have a responsibility because this is involving other people, maybe family members, part of your social group, could be a work group. Maybe something happened at work and you lashed out at someone, or you lashed out at someone close to you. But there's definitely a strong sense of responsibility to get this figured out. All right, let's find out where it's affecting group number 1, please, Spirit. What part of their lives is this unconscious desire, unconscious acting out, and these emotions affecting group number 1 the most? The 7th house. Okay, and it says, this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. Okay. So this has to do with some kind of relationship, probably a romantic relationship, because it does feel like it's somebody very close to you. Like I said, this could be work-related or business-related. I'm sure for some of you it probably is. Maybe there's like a inner office kind of romance blossoming, or something has happened, or it's still on that subconscious level, not sure how to go about or go forward because this is someone at work. But for others of you, it is a significant partner or a very, very close family member. And I think you feel responsible for your acting out or your lashing out, or maybe non-reactive ability. Maybe somebody is looking for something and you're not able to give them an answer. You're not able to react. You're not able to maybe be fully honest because you're not sure what you feel about some certain situation, a circumstance, a relationship, a person, any one of those or many of those things. But let's get some more information. Tell me more about where this is affecting group number 1. Spirit, please. More clarity on where this is affecting group number 1, Spirit. Channeling. And let your light shine. Okay. This responsibility card did feel kind of heavy to me. It felt like it was, yes, you have some kind of responsibility to yourself and possibly to others, but I feel like you're taking on more responsibility than is your fair share about this partnership or relationship. With this channeling card here, I want to say, and that's part of your strategy, you're trying to channel information from maybe your higher self, from spirit, from God, but it's also, it feels like you're trying to channel energy from either your partner, your significant partner, this family member, a business partner, but it also feels like you're trying to channel information even from other people. So it's kind of like, it feels like you're asking people their opinion about this or what they think about this, or you're looking for ways to, it's a strategy to deal with this subconscious or unconscious feelings and emotions, and you're trying to channel information from the people around you, not just your significant other and not just your higher self. With this let your light shine, like I said, the sense of responsibility is more burdensome, I think, than what you're feeling or how you're reacting. That will maybe help clear up or clarify boundaries or something, because I feel like you're taking on too much responsibility for this relationship or for this other person. And Spirit is saying, relax a little bit, let go of what you think is the right thing to do necessarily, the right way to be, but let yourself come through, let your light shine, relax a little bit, and release some of that responsibility so that you can come through and shine through, and this other person can see that. With this moon and kind of the darkness and inner emotions, if it does, and this responsibility, it feels like it's like dimmed your light, for lack of a better term or a way to say this, and that's affecting your relationship too. And it's also affecting, it's like a feedback loop of your behaviors or of your thoughts or of your feelings. That's there's a sense of confusion for responsibility and for what to do or how to go forward or how to fix something if something was kind of broken between you and another person, or there's something going on that you don't know how to tell them because it's still subconscious, kind of on that level. But let's find out some more. Spirit, tell me how group number 1 feels about all of this, or what they can do, how it's affecting them. Okay, under Aquarius. And this says, this energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Okay. Maybe in this relationship, you're questioning your level of independence or their level of independence. Maybe somebody is codependent on the other person, and that's where you're feeling you're not sure of that responsibility of how much you're responsible for that other person and how much you're responsible for yourself. Or you're feeling the responsibility, somebody else feels responsible for you. This other significant person is being responsible for you, or too responsible for themselves, leaving you out. Like there's just a misunderstanding of boundaries, of responsibilities, of independence, of what you want versus what is really happening in this relationship. There's a rebelliousness, and I think that kind of goes along with this. You're acting out kind of, or you're not sure why you're behaving in certain ways. It's because you're trying to break out of something that you feel like you're either being caught in, trapped in, or feel like you're carrying too much of the burden of the relationship, or too much of the burden of some circumstance, or something, family members around that, say you should do this or that, and you feel like you have to be responsible and listen to what others say, but you want to be rebellious, you want to have your own way, you're freedom loving, and you want to have your own way of being in this relationship. Yet there's a sense that you need to, like, in a relationship you're supposed to do this, like A, B, and C, and that's what you've been brought up to believe, or that's what you see the world, that this is how people act when they're in a relationship. But you don't form that kind of, fit in that kind of mold of the normal, for lack of a better term, way of relating to people. You're kind of maybe a little bit out there, or you feel like you're a little bit out there. You're like this says idealistic, but you're freedom loving, but you're like progressive, unconventional. And I feel like keeping that unconventionalness, that's what's helping your light shine, instead of trying to be something that you think this other person needs you to be, or the people around you think you need to be in this relationship. But let's get some more information. Tell me more about how they feel, or what to do about this situation, Spirit, for group number 1. Okay, we have your own path. And it says, I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. Yep, that goes right along with that. And moon goddess. So you're getting the moon again. This says, I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy and all phases of life. So you have an ebb and flow as well as with your uniqueness in personality, uniqueness in perspective on the world, or looking at the world. But I feel like, especially with the moon coming up twice, moon goddess and moon, you have an ebb and flow. So some days you're probably full of energy, other days you're not full of energy. Some days you feel more frustrated or angry, and some days you just feel more carefree and freedom loving. And you understand this flow as you go in and out, and maybe your partner is having a hard time. So that, again, that's kind of, you're working on this strategy and this, what parts are you responsible for? What parts are okay to let flow, and what parts do you need to like hone in so that you can make sure that your significant other or someone in your family or business partner is taken care of as well. So you're learning to balance yourself with other people, or the situation or circumstance, your perspective on life, on other people, on your relationships. You have your own unique way of going through life, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you should hold on to that, and that is where you really shine. And that's where Spirit is saying, let your light shine. Let yourself be the progressive or innovative person that you are, that and don't walk the path that everybody else has walked or is trying to tell you to walk. You need to be this way and that way to have a successful relationship. It's not always about that. It can be about just being yourself, and then learning as you go, and then the other person learning about you too, just like you get to learn about them. All right, let's find out if there's anything else, any more information that can help you out. All right, so give me some more clarity about what's going on with group number 1, or if there's something else that needs to be addressed. We have the Knight of Cups, the Lovers. Yeah, this is definitely more about the romantic relationship, I believe, and the world. Okay. All right, so Knight of Cups, that's typically the kind of the romantic prince type of person. So this could be you, or this could be the other person. It's typically more masculine, doesn't have to be a man. The woman can be the more romantic one, but this is more of a masculine energy, and it's also kind of a headstrong, go forward without not necessarily thinking things through, following his heart without putting some logic and reason in something. So sometimes this person can get themselves into trouble, whether that's you or the other person. But there is a lot of love here, and with the Lovers in the world. The world is, well, the world, you have everything you need, but it's also the end of a major cycle. So I feel like as you're working through this and you get more comfortable being yourself no matter what, this cycle, or maybe maybe you've had trouble for a long time or most of your life where you act out on things you don't understand, or you behave certain ways, or you feel certain ways. It's not like typical with the rest of the people that you know, or that you perceive the world and other people around you that are a certain way, and you are confused, and you try to fit in, you try to be what you want, what you think others want you to be. And I believe that is kind of coming to an end. That's what Spirit is saying. And because of this relationship, that's what's helping you get through this confusion, and it's going to help you realign yourself and realign what is your responsibility versus what someone else's responsibility is. It's going to help you realign your boundaries as far as not letting someone step over so that you feel like you have to be somebody else or something else to fit in, or to appease somebody else. And that is coming to an end. You're at this end of a cycle. So if it feels like I said, this feels like it's a real frustration, and it feels like now with this, like it's something that's been building for a while. And so Spirit is saying here that this relationship is very, very healthy, good for you. or what's happening in this relationship, even though this is confusing and hard and not sure where your responsibilities lie, and you don't know what the strategy is for, just being yourself, or how to make a relationship work. Maybe you feel like somebody's pulling away, or you're pulling away. That's part of your confusion, or part of how you're feeling. There's maybe fear in there that you don't know how to deal with, but this process is going to help you feel more whole, complete, and understood, and like you can shine and be yourself, your unconventional self, and unconventional self, and you're going to walk your own path and follow the ebb and flow of your moods and personality and perceptions and just flow of life. Okay, let's find out some more, Spirit, for group number 1 about where this is affecting group number 1 in their life. Any further clarification or anything else that needs to know, or another area of life that's being affected? We have the Three of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay. It feels like you may have stepped back a little bit, or this other person may have stepped back a little bit. But it's a good thing, because you're going to gain knowledge and see like he's bringing the light and shining the light. So even if you have withdrawn, you don't have anything to worry about. There's still enough to celebrate about your relationship. And there is, whether this is you and that's the other person, or vice versa, somebody has the knowledge, the experience, to understand that this is a process that needs to happen and is going to stick around as you go through what you need to go through to find out what you're responsible for, find out what your boundaries are, find out how to let your light shine and walk your own path without any kind of guilt or worry that it's going to affect someone else negatively. And this person, I think, is a friend to you as well, not just as a lover, but as a friend, and really loves you, and actually probably loves that you're different. And if they can tell you or not, if they can effectively communicate it or not, they love this about you. They want you to shine. They want you to be this unconventional, walk your own path. And whatever message that you've gotten that you felt like you should shape up, and without, a way to say this, that you need to pick up the pace or pick up the slack where you feel like you're slacking, or what other people around you are telling you you're slacking. They love you regardless, and they're very mature, and they understand. It's like they've gone through something like this before, and they just want to be there for you and help you celebrate, and be there when you come out of your rut, for lack of a better word, out of your solace, of your pulling away. When you come back and you shine the light and you have all this wisdom, they're going to be right there with you, celebrating and amazed at your progress. All right, Spirit. Let's find out if there's any more information, what to do, or how they feel, or how to go about moving forward. Okay, we got some cards that jumped. The first one is Ten of Swords. The Six of Pentacles is the second one. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah. All right. So the tens are about the end of a cycle as well. So I see this as, you know, this worry that you have about going your own path, being unconventional, the ebb and flow, like your moodiness. You come in and out of balance, and then you kind of get unbalanced and you get lost or confused, and then you come back in and you feel centered and you can go forward and do all the things that you want. I feel like, especially since it's Ten of Swords, it's caused you problems, and it's caused you... The part that's hard about this is that this exact thing, I think, has caused you to lose a relationship or caused someone to back out of a relationship with you because they couldn't understand or flow with you. And you do need someone that can kind of flow with you, especially while you're in this turbulent part of the process. But this, like I said, this cycle is coming to an end. The sun is rising again. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? That saying is very valid here. So it feels like defeat here, right? Backstabbed. And you've had that in the past. But this person is very generous, not just with material things, but generous in a spiritual sense too, and really wants to see you grow and progress, and to let your light shine, to be who you're meant to be this unconventional, unique, freedom-loving, idealistic person that you are really meant to be. I feel like this person that you're seeing or in a relationship with is much older than you, and they just love you so much, and they love watching you go through the process of becoming more of an adult, becoming more aware and balanced of your own self. And not only are they generous with their time and affection and patience, I feel like you have that ability too, especially when you're in that ebb and flow of feeling really good. You shine, and you probably express, and you probably share so much, and people just love you for it and just want to be around you. And I think maybe you feel bad because you can't do that 100% of the time, but that's not something that I don't think that's realistic. But in the end here, especially with this Ace of Cups, it's like you're going through this. They're being patient. They're encouraging you. They're helping you. It's like the relationship gets to start fresh, new, from a different point of view, or a different perspective on both parties, on both ends. And I see this as being a very successful and happy and continuous relationship that's really healthy for both of you. More so for you, at least in the sense, I mean, this reading is for you. But this person really enjoys you and wants to celebrate you as your own person. So you don't have to worry about this anymore. You don't have to come up with the strategy that you need is just let yourself be, flow, be okay with that, let your light shine, walk your own path, and everything else will take care of itself, and you'll get out of this sense of where your responsibility is. You'll get more centered, balanced. Everybody knows where their boundaries are, and communication happens. That'll flow much easier. And things will smooth out. Not that you won't still have, even after this new, as the relationship progresses into a new phase, that doesn't mean you're going to be out of, or not have those moments where you're confused, or you're not sure why your unconscious thoughts and feelings and desires are kind of going weird. But it feels like you'll have that sense of, okay, this is okay. I'm okay in this relationship. I can explore more and figure out what I'm doing or why I'm this way. And I don't have to worry about doing the right thing or being the right way, or going into a relationship and taking care of someone the right way. It's your way. And this person loves that about you. Okay, group number 1, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste. Hello there, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You picked the 6-pointed star. This particular astrology deck is broken up into 3 parts: the planet cards, house cards, and zodiac sign cards. So I'm going to pull a planet for you, which will tell me what's going on. The house will tell me what area of life. And the zodiac sign is how you feel about it, or what can be done. All right, so let's get started. For group number 2, Spirit, what is going on for group number 2? Okay, we have Saturn. It says the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. Okay. All right, so you are seeking some kind of wisdom. You are going down a path that is probably a pretty difficult path by a lot of people's standards. I feel like with you, this is a typical or more typical type of thing that you do. These types of challenges, or the types of challenges that you take on, I feel like is seen as more difficult than it needs to be by some people's perspective. Meaning, there's somebody that's maybe telling you or has the attitude of, it's not worth facing this kind of challenge, or you're making a big deal out of something that doesn't mean a lot to them. It means a lot to you. But they don't understand why you are accepting this challenge and going forward. Whatever this challenge is, to learn or gain some kind of insight about something. So let's find out more. Spirit, tell me more about Group 2's challenge and what's going on in their life and what they're trying to do. What they're trying to gain. And going down this difficult path. All right, we have hair cycles. Okay. And polar bear ancestors. Okay. This challenge, I want to say, is something that an ancestor tried before. Whether you're aware of this or not, whether you've researched this, and this is where maybe you've researched your history, your family history, and there's somebody that attempted something or did something that you're like, wow, I want to really try to do that. Whereas other family members around you are like, why? Why would you want to do that? They don't understand. But I feel like you're on a mission. And with the cycles being here next to ancestors, I want to say this is something that has happened in your family. It might be more than one time that this, whatever this is that you're trying to do, has been attempted by other ancestors possibly. It feels like there's some kind of ancestral, like, family. It feels connected on a spiritual level. And this, I feel like this ancestor that attempted this, that you know about, is possibly by your side right now because they want to see you succeed in this. And I feel like whether you're consciously aware of it or not, there is something that you understand that you're being driven by, why it's important, even though other people around you are not understanding. You're connected in a way that other family members are not to this particular person, to this particular maybe cause, this particular adventure, whatever it is that this ancestor attempted, and whether they succeeded or failed, it's intrigued you. You want to try, you're going to go down that road, and whether you're aware of it or not, this particular ancestor is encouraging that, is by your side, is kind of whispering in your ear, or giving you ideas or thoughts about how to move forward, or take the next step, or to move forward somehow. But this is a cycle, so I feel like whatever this is has been attempted before. Maybe this particular ancestor that you're aware of learned that an ancestor that they had tried this, and so they tried whatever this is. So let's find out what area of life this is talking about. Spirit, tell me about group 2's, what area of life this is affecting. The 10th house. Your achievements and status in the outside world. Yeah, that's what I thought to begin with, is some kind of big deal that, you know, let's say your ancestor was Magellan, and Magellan did actually sail around the world, right? So it's some kind of big achievement, outer world status, somebody to be, you know, like some kind of glory that you're going to go on this challenge, that you'll receive some kind of glory, some kind of recognition, some kind of achievement and status because of whatever this great challenge is just going to like boost you up into the eyes of people around you, into the general public. Like it will be seen by a lot of people. It will be understood by a lot of people. I feel like you know this, like you're doing it for the glory, for the recognition, for the fame, for the fortune. It's very intriguing. You know, I don't know, for some reason, treasure hunting. Like you have a boat, or you're going to rent a boat. You've gotten information from somebody, and you've had an ancestor that went treasure hunting looking for a particular ship that sank in a particular area, and you're going to go look in that area too to see if this like it's something along those lines. It's like if you can finish this challenge, it will be completely life altering, life changing. You'll be noticed, you'll be known, and that's something that excites you. Let's get some more information. It might be a family secret, right? Because the cycles and the ancestors is something that's been passed down. Like I said, if it's a lost ship that has like untold wealth, and somewhere somebody had inside information that the general public doesn't have, and maybe that's the cycles. It's like your turn now to try. You've had, there's been several people throughout your family history that have tried to find this treasure, basically, whatever that treasure may be. And I also think you understand that, if these past ancestors have failed, they didn't find what it is that they were looking for, they gained a lot of wisdom in the process. And I think you understand that. So even if you don't find the ultimate prize, the whole process, the whole journey is priceless in knowledge and wealth of spirit and experience. All right, Spirit, tell me more about where this is affecting group number 2. We have soul mating and soul writing. Okay. Whatever this adventure is, it's worth writing about. So maybe writing a book about, maybe you have ancestors that have written books about this. And you have kind of a talent, I think, too, for writing. And with the soul mating, it's like you're coming into what you're destined to do, especially with this angel here in soul writing. So it's divinely guided. There's a heart here and a heart here. It's coming from your heart. It's like you're marrying your soul desire with your physical body now, and now you're becoming one, and it doesn't matter what other people say, think, feel, or do. This is your destiny, or this is your fate, or this is, and you feel it within the depths of your soul that this is what you're meant to do, no matter what other people think, no matter how hard the challenge is, no matter what people are saying. Like, you know, there's been many people that have tried this particular, whatever it is, treasure you're looking for, or attempting to do some feat of strength, or some kind of dream job, like being an astronaut, or whatever this is going on. It's like, this is so meant to be, and you feel it, and that part, those parts of you are marrying. This is the soul mating. You're following your instincts and following what an ancestor, like I said, an ancestor that's kind of like helping you, giving you thoughts, or kind of speaking to you in some level, or an angel or a spirit guide of some kind. And you're writing about it, and or you've read someone else's reading, or what they think about this particular endeavor or project or job or relationship or just situation, whatever it is that's coming up for you. It's so heartfelt that there's no doubt in your mind, no question. And whether you succeed by other people's standards or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to succeed because you are following your heart, your destiny. Yeah. All right. Let's find out how you feel about it. What's going on? We have Scorpio. The energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. That was my first thought, is just there's a lot of passion in this. You're so passionate about this union, this heartfelt pull and drive and connection, and all of that is very intoxicating, intense. And with the secretive and possessive, that helps me think that it is something that's been come down the family line that isn't necessarily general public knowledge. So it's secretive in that respect, and that's why you have an edge to find this treasure, or to get this job, or to whatever it is, this creative endeavor, whatever it is that you're soulmating, that you're coming into union with to move forward this challenge. It is yours. That's where the possessive comes in. It's now yours to do with, to follow, to even whatever it is your choice is. If you follow so far and you just disregard it, it is yours to do with what you will. It comes and goes in cycles. So let's say you don't achieve whatever it is that, find this treasure. Let's say it's a treasure. Someone else down the family line, it'll come back around because this information is being kept and brought down through the family line. Someone else will go after it. So it's not even like you have to worry about whether it's not about actually succeeding. It's about furthering some kind of journey that was started long ago. That secretive sounds negative, but is well-kept information that could mean a lot to the family. And I don't think it's a thing where it's got to keep it secret because somebody's going to take it from you. Or somebody else is going to gain from it. It is about just a pride thing that it's in the family, that it's come down this far, that many people have written about it, or there's a lot of, there's something about your family, or this particular instance or circumstance about the family getting the recognition or the fame or something along those lines. Let me find out some more. Tell me more about this passion and intensity for group number 2, Spirit. What else is there to know about how they feel about all this and what to do? Archangel Michael. It says, I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life and transformation, which Scorpio is about transformation, so this is fitting. I journey within to meet my higher self and find true happiness. Yes, with the soul mating and the soul writing, being divinely guided. Michael might be the particular, because this angel stood out to me. There's an angel around you that's guiding you, helping you. I also think there is an ancestor along the, you've got more than one person or more than one voice in your head or more than one idea about how to go forward or how to face this challenge. And Michael, I think, is a strong proponent of this desire, of this passion, of this soul mating, of finding whatever it is that the family is missing, or a sense of like owed to them or due to them because the people in your family, or the past people, ancestors that have tried to attain whatever it is that they're trying to attain. There's, I don't know, it feels like it's coming together now, and like it does feel like you're going to be the one that's successful in obtaining whatever it is that has not been able to be found before by the prior people that have tried to find whatever this treasure is. And I think you're aware of your connection, the spiritual connection, and it has transformed you. It is part of this whole process. I think, like, you knew about this before, let's say as a kid, about this lost treasure or whatever. I'm just using this as an example. But you've come to a point now, you've transformed, and you've decided, yeah, I'm going to go after this. I'm going to accept this challenge and see what I can make of it. And I feel like it's healthy. It's not like if you don't make it, then you're a failure. It's not about that. And I think you understand that. And that's healthy and good. And I think that's why you've got so much support, because you've got a good attitude about it, not a, well, I need to, otherwise this will happen kind of thing. And it's not conditional. You're going after it because it's your true heart's desire, and you really want to bring this renown or this fame to the family, or to the people that came before you that tried to obtain whatever it is that you're working on getting. All right. Spirit, anything else that's going on, or any more clarification about this challenge, about the ancestors? Tell me more. What else is going on, or more clarification of this particular challenge? The Knight of Wands. The Seven of Swords. And the Chariot. Okay. Okay, I think Spirit is saying, hang on just a bit. Don't just jump into this. Don't go forward without thinking, without using your head. Make sure you spend the time to think about how you're going to go about this, because going forward brashly and not thinking it through. I feel like with this card, whether it's information that can be stolen, so like you're so excited, right, that you start talking about what you're going to do. Somebody else hears it and tries to steal your idea. That kind of thing. Don't be so, I don't want to say don't be open about it, but mind your P's and Q's a little bit. So I'm not saying keeping it on the hush hush, but don't blurt out more information than is needed, or keep some things to yourself. Be discerning in what you say and what you do. I feel like somebody's watching and looking to either steal an idea, steal some fame, or steal some kind of renown or something, because with the Chariot card here, this is about being like riding through a crowd of people and being recognized for who and what you are. I want to say there's somebody around that has listened and likes some of the ideas and may act like, well, that's not a good idea to go after that. But really, they want you to take steps and then maybe try to take some of the fame or the glory from you. So watch out for that, and don't be so, just watch out for that and be discerning, and don't just charge forward without thinking, because this is due to you and your family, this fame and renown. And maybe in the past too, with ancestors, they've had to deal with that too. They've trusted certain people and something got taken from them because of it. There was some kind of betrayal, I would say. So just hang on, just watch out for that. But fame and fortune is coming, and you will ride through the crowds and waving, right? And people seeing and cheering you because you've accomplished whatever this impossible, or what seems to be an impossible challenge. All right, Spirit. Anything else about where this is affecting group number 2 that they need to know? Or is there some area of their life as well that's being affected by this? The 6 of Coins, or Pentacles. The 7 of Wands. And the 2 of Cups. Okay. All right. I see you as a very generous individual, not just with material things, but with your heart, with your mind, with your spirit. You're very generous. And you typically take the higher ground when challenge comes your way. Again, challenge. You're accepting the challenge. And you take the higher ground. So if you flush out this person, you're able to like figure out who this is. I don't think you have anything to worry about, because like I said, you're a big-hearted, generous, open person, and you will have the higher ground. And it doesn't matter if it's one person or if there's, like, let's say 6 people that are trying to thwart you. And you're always going to come out on top. And with the 2 of Cups here, there's someone special that you're going to work with that won't be the backstabber, or won't be the one that tries to steal from you. And I want to say, it might be somebody you know already, but this is a true relationship. It's like a soulmate, whether that's a friendship or a romance. there's someone very, very true, dear, and close to you that you can rely on and can trust, and will help you defend, will help keep you in the right spirits. Because if something like this happens, it's obvious it'll be devastating, because it's somebody that you trusted and someone that betrayed you, or betrayed your trust, and got some information that they shouldn't have, whatever that means, whatever that information is, or got a hold of something that you need to face this challenge. Like a specific, for a compass, right? Some kind of compass that has some special meaning, or some writing from an ancestor, something like somebody steals that from you. And that's devastating, because not only was it part of your family, but maybe there was something etched on it that was important, some kind of like, not directions, but coordinates, or just something along those lines, something about that. So there is somebody that you definitely can rely on. Don't lose your faith in humanity, basically, if one person does something like this that's shady. Okay. All right, tell me more about how they feel, or what's happening, what to do about it for group number 2, Spirit. We have the 8 of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Empress. Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to be successful, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance. With this 8 of Wands here, yeah, you feel like you want to go forward quickly. You have information now, and you're ready to just jump forward. And I think that's where this comes in too, is just going forward brashly without thinking, and just acting instead of planning. So you're coming at this, it's you're seeking answers, right? You're looking for something, you're looking for this treasure, and you're just starting on this journey. And but you may be just starting on this journey, but that doesn't mean you're naive or childlike. But it feels like it is a new, like I said earlier, you've known about this treasure, let's say this project, or this, this challenge, and like you just stepped into the, okay, I'm going to accept this challenge, and I'm going to try to do this, whatever it is that this ancestor tried to do, or multiple ancestors tried to do. So you're just starting out. With the Empress here, Empress is about abundance on all levels, and with the Minor Lovers card here, and then with the Page of Cups, I think there's going to be an abundance of love for yourself, for others for you. And yes, you're going to get fame and recognition, but I don't think it's going to be something that, because sometimes fame and recognition can change a person. I don't think it's going to it's going to be something that changes you like that. It's something that's been due to your family, I think, for a long time. For generations, obviously, and I feel like you're the one that's going to be successful and happy and abundant about it, and there's going to be people around you that are supportive of you and care about you. But the doubters, and then there's one particular person that I see that's a doubter, that, or is pretending to doubt, but wants to see what you're going to do, and then kind of like try to steal from you. But that doesn't matter, and it doesn't, and I feel like you're in a really good place, a really good healthy attitude and demeanor about going about this. Like, whether you're like I said, whether you're successful or not, you're doing your heartfelt desire, your destiny, or whatever, and whatever happens, you're going to be writing about it, and you are being divinely guided and protected. And it just feels like a really healthy process all the way around. And, with this last card being the Empress, and just all this abundance and happiness, and
I think you're going to have this whether you find this particular treasure or not, because what you find in the process and the journey is just absolutely wonderful and great. And I think, like, if you find this treasure or not, you're still going to be famous. You're still going to be seen because you're trying something that's like so out of this norm idea or out of this world that people are going to notice that you're trying something that's just so weird. And like I said, you'll be recognized for it. And it's going to be a great, wonderful journey. So keep going, group number 2. Let that passion come out. Go forward. Go forward with intensity and passion, but also with reason and logic. Okay? All right, group number 2, I think that's all the messages I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste. Hello there, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You picked the 7-pointed star. This particular astrological deck has 3 sets of cards. The planet cards, which represent what's going on, the subject, house cards, where in your life you're being affected, and the zodiac sign cards, which is how you feel about it and what to do about it. So we'll start with the planet cards here and get a basic idea of what's going on. Tell me about what group number 3 needs to know right now. Spirit, please. Okay. We have Mercury. And it says, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Okay, so this is about your mind. You've been thinking pretty heavily about something. And I would say that you have been communicating. You've been talking with people about some kind of idea that you have. You possibly have been writing about it. And I feel like you aren't necessarily getting a warm welcome about your ideas. Perhaps it's how you're communicating it. Perhaps it's unconventional type thinking and people aren't ready for something along those lines. I think travel will be involved, even if it's just local travel, just talking to colleagues and coworkers and friends and as a social group. There's some kind of idea that you're excited about, that you're trying to get out there, or trying to get somebody to understand, or like you're trying to get support. And while there's people around, they're like, cool, yeah, let's go ahead with that and want to support you. I feel like they don't really understand, and that's concerning to you. But let's find out some more. Tell me about group number 3's thought processes or communications about this idea that they have. What's going on with group number 3, Spirit? We have Red Crowned Crane under loyalty, or loyalty under the crane, and dog, companionship. Okay. Loyalty and companionship. All right. That's what I think you're looking for. That's my sense. Like you're telling people, you're talking, you're writing, you're communicating. You're looking for somebody, not just to like say, okay, cool, go ahead and like be a passive observer. It's like You're looking for somebody to step with you side by side, walk down the path with you, and is a companion and is loyal to the cause, to the relationship, to the thought, the process, the ideas, the communicating to the world. There's like something that needs to come out that you have within you that people need to know and understand, and it's not coming across right. And there's a frustration because it's a good idea and you know it, but not everybody is ready to be progressive or innovative. A lot of people want to just stay. They've created a life for themselves. They like it the way it is and they don't want to change it. So you're feeling resistance. So you're just looking for somebody to connect with and who's going to walk with you on this path, not just be like I said, a passive bystander. Or this has to do with the person that is your companion and is super loyal, and you're both trying to manifest something. And what's interesting, I noticed that this is 29, which equals 11, and this card is 11. So it's like 11. So I feel like it's also spiritually guided. Whatever it is your beliefs are, whether that is God, an ancestor, an animal spirit, maybe dog, maybe you have a very special connection to dog, or maybe you have a special connection to birds or waterfowl. And so you have like a spiritual connection of some kind. And with this being kind of 11, I want to say that this is spirit confirming that for you. Let's see what part of your life this is affecting. Spirit, tell me about what this idea, what part of their life is affecting and their companion. The 7th house. This area of life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. Okay, so yes, you are looking for the kind of the ultimate partner in your life, the ultimate companion, the person who's going to be most loyal to you no matter what. Now, my first thought wasn't, you're not looking for a romantic companionship. You are looking for the person that, like I said, is going to walk every step of the way with you. Now, that can be a romantic relationship, but I don't think that's necessarily what you're looking for. It is about a long-term. This could be a business venture. Let's say there's a business partner that is just as committed as you to this new idea and to bring forth into the world to help people so that you can make money and you can take care of yourself and your family. Same thing with this partner. I do feel strongly that this is not, you're not looking for a romantic partner. You are looking for a companion that is just as committed and loyal as you are. And if you have that, then you guys are trying to make something happen, and manifest and bring it to the world for the benefit of everybody. But let's find out more about where this is affecting you and your partner, or your partner to be. Spirit, tell me more about where this is going. What part of their life is being affected? Where this is important. For group number 3, Spirit, tell me where else this is being affected in their lives. Whoops. Okay, we have visualize. And awakening. Okay, this is a spiritual, this is like a soulmate connection for sure. I'm not, like I said, I'm still not feeling or seeing anything romantic, but that doesn't mean it can't turn into that. So, visualize. I want to say possibly what's happening here is how you visualize whatever it is, this project or this idea that you want to get out is you're visualizing it a little bit different than your companion or your partner. So I want to say this is an awakening for both of you. I feel like you have more of an understanding on the spiritual aspect, like this person is a spiritual companion, a soulmate of types, where this other person is like, okay, maybe not necessarily on board or on the same level as you. So you're going through an awakening. I think you're aware of that. They are loyal, they are companion, they are committed to your cause. But I feel like there's just a little bit of a hiccup because they're not like on the same level as you as far as the connection, being a spiritual type of person. They might be more of a logical reason person, which is a good balance, and it's good to have a partner if you're more spiritual emotional, to have somebody who is more logical and reasoning. You guys can come together. You have your visualizations, right? This person visualizes whatever this project is or whatever this is that you're trying to manifest, and you have your visualization, and then you guys can come together and come up with an ultimate type of result that isn't just one side or the other. I hope that makes sense. But it's awakening both of you. I think the spiritual part is more awakening for them. I think that they are on a little bit, I don't want to say lower level, but just a different level than you, or different understanding. And they might be a little bit more resistant or reluctant, but I don't think that's going to sway either of you. You guys both have a vision. You'll keep like talking and like hashing it out, so you can come up with something that works for both of you. Because the interesting thing is, it looks like there's a man sitting here and then there's a woman above him. So it's like visualizing two ideas into becoming a third idea that's even more grand or better than each individual idea. All right, let's find out how you feel about this, or what you can do about what's happening here. Spirit, tell me more about group 3 and what they can do and how they feel. Okay, we have Aries. It says, the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Okay, so somebody wants to jump on this. I feel like it's you. You're ready to jump on this, go forward. You don't need to put a lot of thought or planning into it. That's maybe just how, you're more on the spontaneous side. And your partner is more on the, okay, let's put on the brakes. Let's think, like I said, if he or she is a more logical reasoning person in this relationship, they're going to want to have plans, lists, a pro and con list, or they're going to want to have time to think more about how to go forward. You've spent a lot of time thinking about this idea, and now you want to just go forward with it. You're ready to just jump in head first. And I think this other person isn't quite ready to do that. Like I said, there's a difference in your guys' levels of understanding. But let's get some more information. How else does group number 3 feel about this? Spirit, tell me more. What can they do about wanting to just rush forward without thinking, Spirit? Well, there's one. All right. We have Flames of Wisdom, Crone. And it says, I'm open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. And transformation. I journey within to meet my higher self and find true happiness. Okay, so yes. This other person is going through a transformation. I feel like with you wanting to, this is wisdom. Like, okay, you've been thinking about this. So let's say there's some kind of wisdom that you have that you've been trying. Like I said, some kind of innovative or progressive ideas that people aren't necessarily ready to jump on board with. So you have a plethora of wisdom about, you've thought about whatever this is that you've been wanting to do or manifest. You've thought about this for a long time, and it's kind of in the place of wisdom. It's moved into the wisdom, and you want to share it. You want to share it with everybody. It's important to you. It's important to life. It's important to success or happiness for people. And like I said, you're ready to act on it. And you have this person that is just as committed, but they're kind of putting the brakes on it a little bit. They still need time to transform, to get in touch more with the spiritual aspect or their heartfelt self, or visualizing, you guys working together in that regard. And they know and understand and trust your wisdom about it. They just have they need to integrate it. They need a little more time to integrate the whole thing. And they're going to walk with you side by side. I think what Spirit is saying is have a little bit more patience. Try not to be so impulsive about going forward with this idea. There is a lot of wisdom in when you're sure to just go forward. And I think you can go forward in a certain way that is just for you. But when involving with this companion, when you guys are working together, you just charging forward kind of leaves them behind because they're still trying to, catch up. They are, okay, I've got this concept down. Okay, this is a good idea. Okay, now how does that work with this? Like they're still thinking about, they're going through all the process that you've already spent so much time thinking about. And it's almost like you forget that you spent a lot of time thinking, and and it's like, why don't they just understand and you just want to go forward because you've explained everything. So let's just go forward, right? But give them time. They're getting through it. They're figuring it out as well. And they may be on board at some point to just go forward too. Once they understand what's going on, it may be appropriate to just charge forward. Whatever this circumstance, situation, project, endeavor, whatever it is, it may be appropriate. But they aren't ready to just charge forward as fast as you are. Not quite yet. All right. Tell me more, Spirit, about group number 3. What's going on with this thought? This idea. And having a companion along the way. Okay. Ooh, those cards flew. Okay, I think that's 3. All right, I need to grab those. Hang on just a sec. They flew far, far away. Okay. First card is 10 of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And the World. All right. I need a second here. Okay, group number 3. Maybe you've just come out of... You're revamped and ready to go forward with this idea because you're coming out of a sense of defeat. I think now that you're going to very soon find this companion that's going to walk with you side by side. And it revamps your passion to go forward. You have somebody on your side now and somebody to work with. For some reason, that's vital to going forward for you. And it's the end, you know, tens are end of a cycle. So it's the end of this feeling defeated, like you can't. And like in this picture, the sun is just starting to rise. I want to say this is your companion. This is the person. It's the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords can be a little cold, a little distant, a little harsh, but she is all about truth, communicating truth. So, like I said, and this is more mind. Like I was saying, like your partner is more logical and reasoning, and that's what this person is as the queen. But also mature enough. An older person typically, or an older soul at least, that understands that a lot of things need to be approached through logic and reason. And I think that's what she's here to do. Whether this is female or not, this is a feminine type of energy, to help balance you out. I feel like you are the more emotional, spiritual one, and then your partner, like I said, is the more logical, rational one, and is more of a truth sayer and is willing to speak truths whether it hurts feelings or not. And I think you value that. And because of this, you have the world. You have what you need to step forward. This is what you've been waiting for. And while sometimes this person can be harsh, you're still very grateful. And you're out of this cycle of feeling defeat. You have a sense of hope again that you haven't felt in a long time. And because of this, you can start a new cycle, which is showing up in here. You know, your visualization, you're ready to work with this person now and manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest. All right, tell me more, Spirit, for group number 3 about where this is affecting them. If there's another part of their lives or more information on the relation or the partnership. Tell me more, Spirit, for group number 3. Okay. You got cards jumping out today, group 3. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords, the Magician, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so there is a lot of air mental energy going on here. All right. As part of the feeling of defeat, I want to say the reason why is because something was stolen from you, or you feel like you were betrayed somehow. And having this partner, this companion, has changed everything for you. You feel like the magician, or you feel like magic is in the air, and that's why you want to go forward so quickly. However, the Queen of Swords is cautioning you that going forward blindfolded can cause problems. Again, she's like putting on the brakes. It doesn't have to be she. I'm saying she because it's Queen. This person is kind of putting on the brakes, saying, whoa, let's think about this. Let's come up with a plan. Let's come up with a list of some kind. Because just rushing forward without thinking, it's kind of going forward blind. Yeah, you have 2 swords in your hand, but what are you going to hit if you're blind? You can just, flail around, right? And try to make sure you're going to hit things that are going to hurt you, but you might also hit people or things that are helpful. And I feel like you're caught up in the magic of this. You have this partnership, this close, like a soulmate, who's willing to walk the path with you, alongside you, side by side. And so there's like I feel like you have a sense you're ready to go forward. You finally have it, and this person is not ready to just rush forward yet. And there's a reason for it. So I want to say, listen, yes, you have a lot of wisdom, and you've thought about this idea for a long time, but they just need a little bit more time. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that deck. All right. Tell me more about how group three how group three feels. Group number 3 feels or wants to do about this situation. Tell me more about group number 3, Spirit. The 8 of Cups. The 6 of Swords, more Swords energy. And the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, yes, this person is definitely cautioning you and saying, be patient, wait for the fruits of your labor. Now, what I feel like was going to happen here, because you have the 8 of Cups, this is a walk away from a situation, and then the 6 of Swords is also kind of a walk away, but the Cups is more about emotional, so leaving behind some kind of emotional attachment to go forward. And with the 6 of Swords, moving from choppy water, right, to more still calm water. And water is emotions too, but the mind is in here too. Like, I like to see these swords as truths or lessons that you're taking with you, that you've learned from being in this choppy water, being in an emotional state of, and I'm thinking that's has to do with this betrayal and this defeat, the sense of defeat. You're moving out of that, you're letting go of that. And your part in this is to learn how to be patient and wait for the fruits of your labor. And that's what this Queen of Swords is also trying to instill with you. And they don't want to dim your light or dim the magic feeling or dim the sense of just ready to go forward. You're so excited about this idea that you can make a lot of change in people's lives. They're just, I think, a little more, like I said, logical, reasonable, and understand that things take time and it's worth the wait, and you can be happy and have more of what you're trying to do versus just rushing headlong in and maybe getting, so like there's 7 pentacles here. If you just rush through without thinking, you might get 1 pentacle. But if you think about things, plan, strategize, you can have 7, right? You can have much more abundance as the end result than if just charging through. And this person, this companion, this loyal person is your balance in that regard. They're more, like I said, the logical, reasonable. Let's plan things out, and you're the impulsive. Let's go forward, rush in, and kind of see what happens. All right. I think that's all the messages I have for you, group number 3. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste. Hello there, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. You picked the 8-pointed star. This astrological deck has 3 sets. It has the planet cards, which represent what's going on. The house cards represent where in your life it's happening. And then the zodiac sign cards are about how you feel or what to do about it. So we're going to start with the planet cards and kind of get a basic idea of what's going on. Spirit, tell me about group number 4. What do they need to know right now? Okay, we have Mars. And it says, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Okay, so I feel right away there's some kind of conflict. And you're fighting. You're fighting for yourself. You're fighting for recognition. You're fighting for approval. You have a great drive to be seen, be heard, be understood. to be recognized, validated, something along, there's a need to express and be seen and heard. That's what's coming to mind. Okay, but let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me more about group number 4 and what's going on, what they need to know about this drive, about this combative, almost combative need to be heard, be seen, something along those lines. All right, Spirit. Tell me about group number 4. We have dolphin, happiness. We have cat, intuition. Okay. There's something driving, that intuition is what is driving you to express. You know, you have physical energy, you've got drive to say something, to be heard, you have information, you have knowledge, you have wisdom that you're trying to get out there. And it's almost like you're combating ideas, combating other people's ideas. People don't want to hear maybe what you have to say, but this is all for, for happiness, for the dolphin. Dolphin also, I think of play. And cat, I also think of independence, not just intuition, but independence. So your happiness rides on not only being heard, I think you're competitive. You kind of want to be a leader in the group, and maybe you're making your case why you should be in charge of something. And you're intuitively getting this information. You're very strong and independent. This lady here, she's pregnant. So to me, that's birthing new ideas as well. So you've got some kind of idea or something. And like this person is pointing and is going to throw a spear. So it's like you're like telling people, hey, you're going to throw this spear, right? And look there, that's what's important. Or that's what I need you guys to understand. Or there's something you're trying to get across that's not coming across in the way that you would like. So you're not fighting other people, but you're fighting your own, or you're combating your own ability to be understood in a way. Let's get some more information. All right, Spirit, tell me about where this is affecting group number 4. This drive, this urge, this need to be understood, to be listened to. Okay, 4th house. Your home and the roots of your being. Okay, so that explains the happiness card. This is about where you come from, your roots, right? And your home life. So this definitely relates to the happiness. So it's almost like somebody in your home, whether that is a significant other, a parent, an in-law, a child, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a nephew, a niece, or all of those people. Like maybe you have a big household. And this is affecting your happiness within the home. So it's very personal, very close. And I guess there's a sense of your feelings being hurt because it's almost like your family or people in the home are not necessarily being dismissive, but diminishing the importance of what it is you're trying to get across. Yes, that is what I'm trying to say. That is what feels like it's coming through. But it's very intuitive for you. It's something that you don't understand. Why are people listening? This is very strong. It's very much comes from a place that maybe you can't necessarily explain. It's a knowledge that And maybe that's why it's in question, because maybe this is outside of your character. There's some kind of news or knowledge or something that you're trying to share that just isn't part of your normal everyday, and people are kind of picking up on that and like not understanding where you're coming from. Let's get some more information, more about where this is affecting group number 4, please, Spirit. More about the 4th house, more about the home and the roots. Tell me more about group number 4, Spirit, and where they're being affected in their lives. Authentic truth. Yeah, see, this intuition is definitely your authentic truth. And that, I think, is what's so frustrating. And then create space. Okay. So Spirit is saying, okay. Create space for your authentic truth and own it and be in it, in your home, around your family, around the people that you live with, in your total being of who and what you are. Create that space. It feels like what Spirit is saying is if you create that space and know your truth and authentic truth and you stay there, people will be more likely to start listening and paying attention. It feels like, and Mars can be impulsive energy. It does feel like you all of a sudden, boom, came out with some idea or some knowledge, some wisdom that you haven't been in that space before. So that's why you're not being taken as seriously as you would like to be. So when I say create space, make sure you're honoring that. I'm sure that because this isn't very intuitive to you, you know it's your authentic truth. But maybe the way you're expressing or communicating isn't coming across as your authentic self. So creating space and understanding what is and what isn't your authentic self, and then being able to communicate because now you can differentiate between what is. It's not that you're being false or a facade, but we all have an outer persona, right, that we showed to the world, to people. It's not that it's not your authentic truth, but it's also a made up type of, so you're accepted publicly, right? We all have this kind of facade or mask in the public. And I think that you're trying to tell this information from that space, and that's why you're not being taken as authentic or as seriously as you want to be, and why they're being a little bit more dismissive or diminishing the importance of what it is that you have to say. So by creating that space and coming from that space, knowing, okay, this is my authentic truth, I'm speaking from my authentic self, then ears might be opened and you might be heard. And even if not, if the people at home aren't hearing you, that might just mean that you need to take this information somewhere else. Now, I don't know if that means you're having a problem, let's say, with a roommate or a family member and they're not listening. That may mean that by creating space, you have to go find your own home or go find someone else to live with. I don't know if that's the case for you, but it could turn out in that direction when you create space, that you realize your authentic self, okay, this isn't working. This particular situation, this living situation, let's say, isn't working for me. I need to take matters into my own hands and take care of myself. That might be what that means. So just be prepared that you might find your authentic self and speak from your authentic self. That doesn't mean people will listen, but it is more likely that, let's say there's 5 family members, one might start listening to you at this point versus nobody listening to you. Okay. Let's find out more about how you feel about the whole situation or what you can do about it. So Spirit, tell me about group number 4, how they feel about this, what they want to do. We have Capricorn. It says, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Okay. Yes, you are striving for something. And you're hardworking, and like I said, you're serious about whatever it is that you want to do, that you feel like you're combating with the people at home that aren't listening. And you're willing to put in the work. Like, this is a goat climbing a mountain, carrying a burden. That's you ready to take on whatever it is you need to get to this place, or get this idea out, or to manifest what it is that is so important to you that you're trying to convey to people in your home. And with the cautious ambition, I think that's very proper or appropriate, because while you have that Mars driving physical energy fighting spirit, I think you understand that you can't just plow through somebody, or you can't just plow through and get what you want. You need to take the time to sit down and plan, have a plan of action, and cautious ambition. Like, you're not going to let this stop you, but you just need to make sure you take necessary steps and take care of yourself along the way. Again, coming from the authentic space, that created authentic truth, okay? Spirit, tell me more about group 4 and how they feel and what they can do about this situation. Oops. Well, we're going to count that. It kind of fell out. How else does group 4 feel? What do they need to know? Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to go with that. So the one that flew out is nature spirits. It says, I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on Earth. Okay. For some reason, I connect that with this person being pregnant, riding the animal or the dolphin, looking for happiness. Maybe this idea, maybe something along the lines in the home, like, just an example, you live with a group of people, that whether they're family or not, you want to do more recycling. Nobody is listening. Nobody cares. At least this is the way it feels like in your mind, in your heart. And it's frustrating. You want to take care of the earth. For some reason, this became important to you, or has been important to you, but now you're speaking up about it, and you don't like the resistance you're getting. And maybe that's part of the like as an example, you weren't recycling before. Why is this important now? Like, that's the kind of response you're getting. Throat chakra. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. Again, authentic truth. Creating that space and coming from that authentic truth to get the information out so that you're actually heard. And people might start listening. Maybe you come up with reasons why, you want to save the ocean for animals. You want to save the green growth so that we can keep having food, and environments where animals can thrive, and flowers and stuff can grow, and all the things that nature does that supports us, helps us. I mean, if we don't have nature, if we don't have the earth, we can't live. And you have some kind of appreciation for that maybe you've always had but never voiced, and now you're voicing it. It's your authentic truth. Like I said, it was something that you haven't really, maybe you're making a big deal out of it now that you didn't before. You want to be heard, you want to be taken seriously. And Spirit is saying that by speaking your truth and coming from a place of authenticity, that's where you'll be heard, and that's where you'll be, I guess, even respected. I think you feel kind of not respected well because your ideas are outside of what has been the normal so far in your home. All right, Spirit. What else? Or any more clarification on what's going on in group number 4's life or head? Tell me more about what's going on with group number 4, Spirit. That's 2. Okay. Oh, crap. I just dropped a whole bunch of cards, but this is the one that fell here, so we'll use that one. Give me just a moment. The 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups is what fell, but we have the 6 of Cups. Oh. Well, I guess you're going to get 4 because that's what's in my hand. The 3 of Wands. The Tower. And the High Priestess. Okay. I want to say that you are a champion or a fighter for the earth, and this is something that is important to you. Taking care of, like, being a mother, taking care of the earth, taking care of yourself, taking care of humans, because if we don't take care of the planet, well, we as humans aren't going to exist. With this card, the 6 of Cups, to me, that says that this is something that's been important to you since you were a child. You may have tried to share your ideas, like this person's trying to give a cup of flowers. Like maybe you've gardened, maybe maybe you're involved in earth type of things or nature type of things, and since you were little, but you didn't make a big deal out of it or didn't make much of a fuss. With the 3 of Wands, this person is like standing there waiting for their ship to come in, watching. You've been watching the horizon. You've been watching what's been going on around you. And it's like now you're ready to take steps to make some changes. And it's very important to you. And there's a big drive. The Tower, is about the universe or spirit coming in to break down what has been built up. I see this as, since childhood, it's like these things, like something like this is important to you. You haven't been taken very seriously about it. People are not that they're being mean or trying to completely dismiss you, but people have their own lives and their own things that are important. I feel like there was some kind of belief system that had been built up about what you can do or say or how you can feel or along these lines. And the universe came in and kind of like shot all that down. And that's why this is an urgency, that there's some kind of shift in your mentality, some kind of shift in your heart and your soul, that you're more adamant about doing something to help the environment, to help the planet, to help nature, to help happiness, like live a life that's more authentic, more in line with nature instead of outside of nature. I think as human beings, we like to think we're outside or above nature, and something happened and you realize, no, this is not the truth of the matter. It's like you have a better understanding that we are coexistent, codependent with nature on Earth, with animals, with plants, with rocks, with everything. And it's made you also, especially with this High Priestess and hidden knowledge, it's like you have some kind of hidden knowledge now that you want to share, and you're starting out with the people in your home to get to listen to you. But the High Priestess is about hidden knowledge, and so by this Tower coming and ripping everything away that you thought, and now that you're building a new castle, let's say, like you're building new belief systems, and it's all based on this idea, this urgency that we need to do something more than just listen to nature lovers, or more than debating with science deniers and people who don't say the global warming is happening. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I personally believe that, yeah, we're kind of the cause of the temperature rising. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what your belief is, and even if that is your belief and the people in your house don't believe that, I mean, that's a hard situation to be in. But you have a drive, you have this need, this urgency to educate people, to make them understand how important our coexistence really, really is. And this is like a hidden knowledge that you now have access to and you want to share with everybody. But it also makes you, and because it's intuitive, right? Right, High Priestess, intuition. You want to see the world happy. You want to see people happy. You want to see people more connected, more of their authentic selves. Just like you want to be more your authentic self. And speak truth. So don't give up. That's what I want to say. Don't give up. If you have to find people outside of your home, then that's a way to go too. Find the people that are going to listen to you. But I do think that once you create that space and come from the truth, not necessarily the urgency, like you've all of a sudden you're just different now, and you want to go a different direction. And I think it's confused people in the home, like, where is this coming from? So that's where create that space and coming from your authentic truth, and then being able to speak from that point of view versus the urgency point of view. You're going to get a lot better reception of your ideas and thoughts and beliefs. Okay. Oops. All right, Spirit, tell me about group number 4, if there's other areas that are being affected, or more about being truthful, creating space for group number 4, Spirit. What else does group number 4 need to know? The 8 of Cups. Strength. And the 9 of Cups. Okay. This has been really testing your patience, I think. I think that any emotional attachment that you have, you're going to walk away from. Meaning, it takes strength to stand up for what you believe in, especially in a home with people that you love and trust who aren't listening or supporting you. I mentioned earlier, if creating space means moving out because you need to take care of yourself, that is possible one interpretation of the 8 of Cups. There's, it's your home. There's an emotional attachment. And if you have to walk away, then I see you doing that. And it is going to take an incredible amount of strength to do the things that you need to do and to honor yourself and your authentic truth. However, the 9 of Cups is sitting here. That is kind of wish fulfilled card. You get all the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. So whether it's in the home and you find people that are understanding and listening and wanting to help you with your cause, or outside of the home, you find these people, your wish will be fulfilled. You will be able to start implementing ideas, implementing the knowledge to take care of yourself, take care of humanity, take care of nature, and do the things to make the world a better place. I think ultimately that's what is going on here, that you understand that the earth and everything in it is worth saving, and we need to do some things, make some changes before we I don't want to sound horrible, but annihilate ourselves before we ruin everything, before we cut down take all the resources out of the earth, and then we're left with nothing, right? We need to come up with those renewable sources of energy. And maybe that's where you have some idea about, and you just need someone to listen, because finding the right people, you guys can work together to create or manifest better things for yourselves, for humanity, for the world. All right, Spirit, tell me about group 4, or how they feel, or what they want to do or can do about this situation. What else does group 4 need to know? The Star. There's hope. King of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yeah. Things are going to turn into your favor. So even though you might be feeling a little upset right now, things are going to change. There's lots of hope. The Star is also about like wish upon a star, right? So you could see that as wish fulfillment. You can also see it as innovative, new ways of solving problems, being progressive. And I think there's going to be one individual who's more masculine, who's older, or at least older soul, who has a lot of maturity and wisdom that you'll work with. And this person is also about truth and communication. Swords is mental energy, and it's about speaking truth, communicating, logic, reason, that kind of thing. So somebody that will keep you, can help you stay in a logical sense, because that's a better way of communicating too, instead of coming from a logical, rational place of truth versus an emotional, urgent place. That's going to help the truth come out and be told. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is about fortune changing. So follow your path, keep speaking, keep expressing, keep going forward with your cautious ambition. Your hard work will pay off. Your wishes will come true. Things are going to change. The Tower is always about change anyway, because even though the universe comes in, it's a kind of a shocking change and breaks down everything, barriers and beliefs and ideas. It's a good card, because that means you're open again. You have a blank space, a blank slate to start building up new ideas and beliefs and that kind of thing. And that's a change of fortune, right? You're no longer following the old patterns and being stuck in an emotional place that, with emotional responsibilities or attachments that aren't serving you. You're able to walk away, because it's hard. It is hard to walk away from emotional attachments, no matter what. I don't care who you are. Some people can cut and run really easy, but I still think that there's an emotional aspect, and it's hard, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. So anyway, group 4, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.